Welcome everyone. In this video I am going to talk about MCQ related to multiple integral. Let's start. The polar form of this integral where r is the region given by this. So in any multiple integral problem, the first thing that we should do is to try to draw the region. X square plus y square is greater than or equal to 4. So x square plus y square is equal to 4 is a circle. Means we have to take the region outside the circle. Then x square plus y square is equal to 25. This is also a circle, right? Not a circle that I wanted to draw, but anyway, I hope you can consider this also. So this is x square plus y square is less than or equal to 25, means inside the circle. So now we have the region bounded between these two circles. The third restriction is that y should be greater than or equal to x, and both of them should be greater than 0. So first of all, if you draw the line, this is the line y is equal to x, and y should be greater than or equal to x means we have to consider the region lying above this line, means we have to take this region that is lying above the line y is equal to x. If we take this side, means below the line y is equal to x, in this side x will be greater than y. I hope you understand this. Now we have to decide the limit, because if we change it to the polar coordinate, we take x is equal to r cos theta, we take y is equal to r sin theta, and dx dy is replaced by r dr d theta, where I hope you know that r is the Jacobian of transformation. So in this case, if I change it, it will become what? It will become e to the power r square r dr d theta, right? So that is clear. But next thing is that we have to decide the limit. So to decide the limit, if we take this kind of strips which are starting always at the inner circle and going up to the outer circle and moving like this in the increasing direction of theta. So the limit of r clearly, because what is the point here for r, at this point the value of r is equal to 2. So I take r is equal to 2, I go up to this point at which the value of r is equal to 5. For the line y is equal to x, it is inclined at an angle of 45 degree or pi by 4. So theta is starting at pi by 4. So theta is equal to pi by 4, and we are going up to the y axis. So theta becomes pi by 2, right? So which will be the correct option? Theta r 2 to 5 and theta pi by 4 to pi by 2. So this option will be correct. Unfortunately, it is written B here. Let me first change it to the C option, and I take it, so this option will be correct. Okay. Sorry. Now let us take the next question. So we have to change the integral to the cylindrical polar coordinate where r is given by this and limit of z is from 0 to 1. So cylindrical polar coordinates, I hope you have seen my previous videos in the playlist of multiple integral. There also I have discussed this kind of problem. So if I call this axis as x-axis, this as y-axis, and this as z-axis, the reason that is given is that x square plus y square. So we have a cylindrical region, something like this: x square plus y square is equal to less than or equal to 1. So we have this cylinder, and if we have to cover this cylinder, then what will be the limit? First of all, dx dy dz will be changed to r dr d theta and dz, where r is the Jacobian of transformation. I hope you remember we have discussed it, that when we change the rectangular coordinate system to cylindrical polar coordinate system, we take z is equal to z, we take x is equal to r cos theta, and we take y is equal to r sin theta, where if I take this point and if I ask what is the coordinate of this point, so we drop a perpendicular, we join it, and if the angle with x-axis, so this angle we take as theta, right? So how this limits will be decided? So it is very much clear that these two options can't be correct. This option B can't be correct, and even A can't be correct, because first of all it should have r dr d theta and dz. So either the option C or option D will be correct. So if I have the circle or the cylinder x square plus y square less than or equal to 1, so if I take the cross section, this cross section in xy plane, it will be a circle, that is x square plus y square is equal to 1, right? So to decide the limit for this circle in terms of polar coordinate, we can clearly see that theta will vary from 0 to 2 pi. We have to take one complete round, and r will vary from 0 to 1. I hope you understand this, that if I have to cover this circle, I take a strip like this, and we move the strip starting from theta is equal to 0, and then we move in the anti-clockwise direction. So we take a one complete round from theta is equal to 0 to 2 pi, and r is equal to 0 to 1, and z is clearly given 0 to 1, so the limit of z will be also 0 to 1. So which option will be correct? I think in this case also the option C will be correct, 0 to 1, 0 to 2 pi, and 0 to 1. Okay, so two questions we discussed. This is the question number 3rd. The limit of the region bounded by the parabola y square is equal to 4x and x is equal to 1 by 4r. So again, first thing that we have to do, we have to draw the region. So the parabola looks like this. This is the parabola, y square is equal to 4x, and x is equal to 1 by 4 is a line which is parallel to x-axis. So this is the line x is equal to 1 by 4. Now what will be the limit? So we have to see that in which terms the answers are given. So they are taking the limit of y. So to take the limit of y, what we do, we take a vertical kind of a strip. So we take a strip like this, and then we move this strip from this point, that is x is equal to 0, to this point, that is x is equal to 1 by 4. So this option can't be correct because here the x is varying from minus 1 by 4 to 4. Now y square is equal to 4x, so what is y? Y will be equal to plus minus 2 under root x. So if I take a vertical kind of a strip, the y will vary from minus under root minus 2 under root x to 2 under root x, right? And how the x will vary? X will vary from 0 to 1 by 4. So which option do you think will be correct? X 0 to 1 by 4, this option is not correct because here it is like different. I think this option B is correct here, 0 to 1 by 4 and minus 2 under root x to 2 under root x. Yeah, I would suggest you one thing, that you can also keep the subtitles, switch on the subtitle when you are playing the video, so that sometimes what happens, I mistakenly tick a wrong option because the options are very close to each other. So in that case, if someone points it out, I just put the subtitle. So to avoid any confusion, you can keep the subtitle on. So next thing is question number 4. Evaluate that. This is one of the easier question. So the first 3 questions we did were good quality questions, means not that direct, but this is an easy question. So how do you solve it? It is the limit of x because it is in terms of y, right? Y, the limit is in terms of y, so this is the limit of x. So first we have to integrate it with respect to x. So I take y, and then integration of dx is x, limit is 0 to y, and then dy. Then what it will be? It will be 1 to 2, and y x y minus 0 dy. So we get what? We get 1 to 2 and then y square dy. So integration of y square is y cube by 3, limit is 1 to 2. So 1 by 3 and 8 minus 1, so that is 7 by 3. So the correct option is C. Okay. So this was the question number 4. Now let us solve the question number 5. 4 question or question 5? How many questions we have solved? So this was the first question, then second question, third question, fourth question. So this was the fourth question. Now let us solve the question number 5. Now which of the following integral contains correct limit of a plate in the polar form, correct limit of a plate in the form of circle x square plus y square is equal to a square in the first quadrant? The language of the question is slightly poor, but anyway, so basically what they are asking is that we have to decide the limit so just look at the question once more. Which of the following integral contains correct limit of a plate in the form of a circle in the first quadrant? So there is a circle whose equation is x square plus y square is equal to a square. So we have to consider the plate, means inside of this circle, right? And we have to consider the first quadrant. Let me call this quadrant first quadrant. So we have to consider the quadrant OAB. So if I have to you know, write the limit, which of the following integral contains correct limit of a plate in the form of a circle in the first quadrant? So basically the way it is, the limits are given, we have to you know, this will give you the area of this kind of, you know, region anyway. So in the first quadrant there are two possibility, either I can take a vertical strip or I can take a horizontal strip, but we have to see that what kind of options are given. So options are written like dy dx, dy dx, dy dx, means possibly they are suggesting us to take a vertical strip. So if I take a vertical strip, the vertical strip is starting at x-axis, right? So means if I take the limit of y, vertical strip gives you the limit of y, and here we have x square plus y square is equal to a square. So y square is equal to a square minus x square. So this implies that y is equal to under root a square minus x square. But because we are just taking in the first quadrant, so I'm not taking plus and minus. So it is starting at y is equal to 0 and going up to under root a square minus x square. And then we have to move from 0 to a, so that I have to take 0 to a small a and then dy dx. So do we have any such option? Yeah, the first option, 0 to a square minus x square dy dx. Okay. Question number 5. Now let us solve the question number 6. Okay. So how to solve this question? So this is also a good question. The value of this over the region. So again we are taking the circle, that is x square plus y square is less than or equal to a square. So we have to take the inside of the circle, and if we have to evaluate this, one thing that we can do is to evaluate it in you know, xy coordinate system, but it is always better to change it into the polar coordinate system, right? So if I change it to the polar coordinate system, we will have this expression a square minus x square plus y square. So it will become a square minus r square, and we have dx dy. So dx dy should be replaced by r dr d theta. I hope you by now you are clear that there is a rule by so that we multiply it by the Jacobian, and we have to cover the entire circle. So how do we cover the circle? We take the limit of r. So if I take the limit of r, the limit of r will vary from 0 to a, and then we have to move this strip like this, moving in anti-clockwise direction and going to take one complete round. So theta will vary from 0 to 2 pi. So we have to evaluate this. So if I have to evaluate, I will get limit of theta, that is 0 to 2 pi, and to integrate it with respect to r, we have a square into r. So we will get integration as a square r square by 2 and minus r square into r, that is r cube. So integration of r cube will be r4 by 4, and limit of r is 0 to a. So we write 0 to a and then d theta. Now we have limit 0 to 2 pi, and if I put a here in place of r, a square into a square, a to the power 4 by 2 and a to the power 4 by 4. So I will get a to the power 4 by 4, and if I put 0, both the terms will become 0. So I will get d theta. Now I will get a to the power 4 by 4, and integration of d theta is theta, limit is 0 to 2 pi. So that will give me what? A to the power 4 by 4 into 2 pi minus 0. So that will be 2 pi. So that will give me pi into a to the power 4 by 2. So we don't have any such option, but we have a none of these options. So in this case the correct option will be none of these. You need to be very particular. A lot of students will make mistake in this question, because sometimes ticking none of the option also is important. Important means when we are not getting the right answer but none of the option is available. So we should be confident enough to tick the none of the above option. So the next question, find the limit of the integral by changing the order, and where r is given to be this. So as I have discussed in my previous videos when I have discussed about change of order, that when you are changing the order, first of all you should be able to draw the region correctly. So here y varies from 0 to 1. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis. Y is equal to 0 means x-axis, y is equal to 1 means a line parallel to x-axis, right? So this is the line y is equal to 1. And then x lying between 3y to 3. So if I talk about 3y is equal to x line, so basically this is the line y is equal to x by 3. So there will be a line which will pass through origin, right? Which will be inclined, whose slope will be 1 by 3, and x is less than 3. So I have to draw the line x is equal to 3. So this is the line y is equal to x by 3, and so what is the coordinate of this point? If I say y is equal to 1, if I put y is equal to 1 here, so I will get x is equal to 3. So the line x is equal to 3 will be nothing but this line, right? So what is the reason that is being bounded? I repeat it, that y is varying from 0 to 1, right? And x is taking the value from 3y to 3. So what will be the reason? So if I look at the strip here, x is taking the value from 3y to 3, something like this, right? And then y is changing from 0 to 1. So we are covering this region OAB. Okay, so now I have to change the order of integration, means I have to take a vertical strip. So the limit of x is from 3y to 3. So if I take the vertical strip now to cover this region, the y will start at x-axis. So the limit of y will be from 0, and it will go up to the line. This is the line, that is 3y is equal to x. So y can be written as x by 3. Okay, so this is the limit of y, and then it will move from 0 to a. So how the x will change? At this point x will be 0, and at this point x will be 3. So x will change from 0 to 3. So do we have any such option? Y varying from this 0 to x by 3 and x varying. So I think B options would be correct here. I hope you are getting it. So what I have done, I have drawn the region, and x is, this is the limit of x. So the limit of x is given in terms of y. You can see that limit of x is given in terms of y, means they have taken the horizontal strip, and the limit of y is constant, right? So horizontal strip should be changed to the vertical strip, means we have to take the limit of y. Good question. Change the order of integration. So again, change of order of integration. You can see it is 4y to 4, means this is again the limit of x. So x is equal to 4y to x is equal to 4, and then if it is the limit of x, then y is equal to 0 to y is equal to 1. So what we have to do? We have to first draw the appropriate regions. So how do I draw it? X is equal to 4y. So x is equal to 4y, or y is equal to x by 4, means there is a straight line passing through origin, right? Lesser slope. So this is the line x is equal to 4y, or y is equal to 4x. And then x is equal to 4 means a line parallel to y-axis. So this is the x is equal to 4 line. So there is a horizontal strip which is starting at x is equal to 4y and going up to x is equal to 4. And then they are moving it from y is equal to 0 to y is equal to 1. So you can see this point here, that point here, this is x-axis, so y is equal to 0 and x is equal to 4. So if I take x is equal to 4, this point is actually y is equal to 1. This line, if I ask what is the equation of this line, so this line is y is equal to 1. So if I have to change it to a vertical strip, what will happen? The limit of y will start at 0 and it will go up to y, this line, that is x is equal to 4y. So y will be equal to x by 4, and then you have to move it from this point to this point, means x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 4, and then we have e to the power x squared dy dx. So what do you think, which option is correct? 0 to x by 4 and 0 to 4 e to the power x square dy dx. So this option will be correct. Okay. See, smart students can answer this question by even kind of looking at the options, but before you look at the option, it is always better to solve the question and then look at the option. Question number 10, not question number 10, I think it is question number 9. Evaluate the integral over the region. So this is one of the easier question. So we have to evaluate the integral over the region. It is not actually needed to draw the region, but just for your convenience, x is starting at 0 going up to 1, means y-axis, this is the line x is equal to 1. So between y-axis and x is equal to 1, and then y is equal to 1 to 2. So if I draw a line, so this is y is equal to 1, and if I draw another line, though this is y is equal to 2. So we have to find the double integral over this region, right? So what will be the limit x y dx dy. So the limit of x is 0 to 1 and limit of y is 1 to 2. So how do you evaluate it? If you want to integrate it with respect to x, so limit of y is 1 to 2, integration x square by 2 y, limit is 0 to 1 and then dy. So if I put this, I will get 1 to 2, and we are putting the limit of x, so I will get 1 by 2y dy. Now I will get 1 by 2 and then y square by 2, limit is 1 to 2. So this is 1 by 4, 2 square is 4 minus 1, so I get 3 by 4, that is 0.75. So I think this option is correct, right? See, when we are taking the constant limit and we know that x and y are there, so I could have directly written here just easier way that I can write, if I integrate x with respect to x dx, it will be x square by 2, whose limit is 0 to 1, and then we have y, so if I integrate, I will be getting y square by 2, whose limit is 1 to 2. So I will get 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, 4 minus 1. So that is what I will be able to get, that is 3 by 4, right? This is 0.75. Easy question. Now this is good question. If the triple integral over the region bounded by the plane 3x plus y plus z is equal to 7, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, z is equal to 0 is given by 0 to 7, 0 to beta x, 0 to alpha xy, dz dy dx, then the function beta x minus alpha xy. So this is just kind of trying to act smart. Just a simple question. They are trying to make it look very complicated, but it is not complicated. What they are actually doing is that, first of all, let me draw the region. So let me call this axis as x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So we have a plane which the plane is given to be 3x plus y plus z is equal to 7, which I can write as x by or 3x by 7 plus y by 7 plus z by 7 is equal to 1. So x-axis intercept is basically 7 by 3. So x by 7 by 3, y by 7 plus z by 7 is equal to 1. So I make an intercept of 7 by 3, then on y-axis 7, on z-axis 7. So there is a plane like this which is intersecting x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. We have done this kind of problem in our detailed regular video also. So if I have to consider dz dy dx, so first the limit is in terms of x and y, means they are taking the limit of z. So we have to take a structure like this which starts and goes up to the plane. So clearly the limit of z will vary from z is equal to 0 to z is equal to 7 minus 3x minus y. So basically the alpha xy, if I may write it, alpha xy is nothing but 7 minus 3x minus y. and then they are taking the limit of y. So how do you take the limit of y? To take the limit of y, you take the cross section of this plane, that triangular plane that you can see here in xy plane. So if I can draw it, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So x-axis intercept is 7 by 3, y-axis intercept is 7, and equation of this line, if z will be 0, will become 3x plus y is equal to 7. So if I take a vertical strip now to cover this cross section, the limit of y will start at 0. So limit of y will be starting at 0 to y is equal to 7 minus 3x. We have done this kind of problem. So beta x will be actually 7 minus 3x. So they are asking what? They are asking beta x minus alpha xy, alpha x comma y. So 7 minus 3x, this is equal to 7 minus 3x minus 7 minus 3x minus y. So this 7 and this 7 cancel, minus 3x plus 3x cancel. So what we get is y. So the correct answer here is this option, D. Okay. Okay, fine. See, in this video I have taken only good quality question. One or two question may be simple, but rest of the questions that I have taken are very good quality. So in case if you are able to solve this question, you should be very confident, and you should feel confident about your abilities, right? Because we are taking all the good questions, not some easier question. So the value of this, now how to solve this question? So to solve this question, first of all, it is the limit of y, right? We don't have to do anything, it is just evaluation question. So we have to integrate it with respect to y. So limit is 0 to pi. X is a constant because we are integrating it with respect to y. See, important thing is that here it is written dx dy, but the limits are given of y. This is 0 to x, means this is the limit of y, means we have to integrate it with respect to y first. So integration of sine y is minus cos y, and its limit is 0 to x and then dx. Now if I put the limit, I will get 0 to pi and minus x, I can take minus out and I will get cos x, right? And minus minus, I will get cos 0, so minus cos 0 dx. So basically I will get what? I will get 0 to pi, and let me rewrite it. We can take minus common, so I will get x cos 0 is equal to 1, so I will get 1 minus cos x dx. Now we have to integrate it. So the first term will be like 0 to pi x dx, and we also have 0 to pi x cos x dx. So 0 to pi x dx, so integration of x dx is x square by 2, limit is 0 to pi, and we have to integrate this thing. So we are going to use integration by parts. So first function, integration of cos x, that is sin x, minus again integration of sin x. So integration of sin x will give me minus cos x, so it will become plus cos x. Derivative of x will be 1, so I am not writing. I hope you know how to solve integration by parts problem. So I have written it directly. Limit is 0 to pi. So if I put here, I will get pi square by 2. 0 will make it 0, minus, if I put pi and 0 in x sin x, it will become 0. So it will become 0 minus 0, and plus cos pi minus cos 0. Okay. So what I will get? I will get pi square by 2 and minus cos pi is this will be 0. So cos pi is minus 1 and cos 0 is also 1. So I got in the end pi square by 2, and this is minus 2 and plus, so it will become plus 2. So this option will be correct. Good question. Now this is kind of direct, right? So I don't think it will take much effort for you to solve, but I will quickly solve it. So or should I leave this? No, let me solve, but the video will be longer, so no problem if it will be longer, still we can watch. So it is the limit of y, because it is in terms of x. So first I have to integrate it with respect to y. So x square y and y square will give me y cube, sorry, by 3, and limit here is x under root x, and then dx. Now limit is 0 to 1. I have to put the limits. So x square into under root x. So actually x square into under root x will be, let me write it. Avoiding the writing part may result into confusion. So it may take time, but no problem. So I am writing upper limit x under root x and plus y cube by 3. So if I put under root x cube by 3 means that is x under root x by 3. Now lower limit minus, so I will get x cube and minus again x, so x cube by 3 and then dx. Now let us integrate. So x under root x is basically x to the power 3 by 2 and x root x, right? So this will also be how much? I hope just give me a moment. We have x square, so I made a mistake here. If I put the upper limit, it is x square under root x, right? Because we have to put under root x. So x square under root x and plus under root x cube, so x under root x by 3. So that is what I was making. Let me correct it. So x square under root x will be actually x to the power 5 by 2 and it is x under root x, so that will be 1 by 3 x to the power 3 by 2 and then we have x cube and minus x cube by 3, that is minus 4 by 3 x cube dx. This is a computation based problem, not difficult. So if I integrate, I will get x to the power 7 by 2 multiplied by 2 by 7 plus 1 by 3. Integration of x to the power 3 by 2 is x to the power 5 by 2 into 2 by 5 and minus 4 by 3. Integration of x cube will give me x to the power 4 by 4 and all the limit of integration here is 0 to 1. So if I put 1 here, I will get 2 by 7 plus 2 by 15 and minus this 4 and this 4 is cancelled. If I put here, I will get minus 1 by 3 and if I put x is equal to 0, every term will become 0, so no need to write. The LCM will be 105. So 15 into 2 is 30 and plus 7 into 2 14 and minus 35. So I will get how much? 44 minus 35. 44 minus 35 means 9 by 105. Do we have such option? No, but yeah, I mean we can cancel it, so I will get 3 by 35. So the option here is 3 by 35. In this kind of question, being very precise in computation is important, so that is why you need to be careful. Now the next question is again change the order of integration. This question is very popular question. So how do you change the order of integration? It is given 1 to e to the power x, means it is the limit of y is equal to 1 to y is equal to e to the power x and x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 2. So first of all you have to draw this region. So y is equal to 1 means there is a, this is y is equal to 1. Y is equal to e to the power x, something like this. This is the curve y is equal to e to the power x and this is the line y is equal to 1. So they are taking y is equal to 1 to y is equal to e to the power x, means something like this, a vertical strip, and then they are moving from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 2. So x is equal to 2 is a straight line like this, x is equal to 2. So if I have to change the I hope you are clear about this. This is what is the coordinate of this point? X is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. So coordinate of this point is x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. What is the coordinate of this point? X is equal to 2 and y is equal to e to the power x, so it will be e square, means this point here is 0 comma e square. So this is how the strip has been taken. Y is equal to 0 to e to the power x and then x is equal to 0 to 2. I have to change it to the horizontal strip, so I change it to the horizontal strip. So if I change it to the horizontal strip, where the strip will start? A strip will start at y is equal to e to the power x. So in terms of x, it will be x is equal to log y and it will go up to it will go up to this line, x is equal to 2. So x is equal to log y to x is equal to 2, and then we have to move it from y is equal to 1 to up to this point, y is equal to e square. So y is equal to 1 to y is equal to e square, and then we have dx dy. So do we have the correct option? X is equal to log y to 2 and y is equal to 1 to e square. Yes, the C option is correct here. Okay, fine. This is a kind of poor question. Easy question, but they ask this kind of question also. Why we should solve only difficult? So it is, I think, directly you can solve. If integration of dx is x, limit of x is 0 to 2, and integration of dy is y, limit of y is 0 to 1. So basically this is 2 minus 0 and into 1 minus 0. So the answer is 2. So the correct option is 2 here. Very easy question. Next. Okay. The area of the region bounded by. So this is also easy question. So some easy questions are coming. X 0 to 1 and y 0 to x. So y 0 to x, first of all we have to draw the line. This is the line, y is equal to x. So they have taken the limit vertical strip, y is equal to 0 to x, and then they are moving x from 0 to 1. So this is the line, x is equal to 0 means y axis. This is the line, x is equal to 1. So this is the region that is bounded, OAB. OAB is the region that is bounded. Now it is x is equal to 1. This is also y is equal to x. So this length is 1. This length is 1. So area of this is 1 by 2 into 1 into 1. Area of the triangle, that is equal to 1 by 2. In case if you want to use the multiple integral, you can solve it like this. You have to take a vertical strip. So you integrate dy dx. Limit of y you have to take from 0 to x. So the limit of y is 0 to x. And limit of x you have to take 0 to 1. So this will give you 0 to 1. Integration of dy is y. Limit is 0 to x dx. Right. Now you take 0 to 1 and x dx. So that gives you x square by 2, whose limit is 0 to 1. So that will give you 1 by 2. But you don't have to do all this. You can clearly see that since they are asking you to find the area, so area of this triangle is 1 by 2. I have told both the ways. Whichever you like is your choice. This is also a very memory based question. Sorry, now I am getting tired, so just I have to take a pause. So which of the following is correct? So integration of dx dy, we have solved this in the very first question. I just want to show you the solution here. We have written here that dx dy is replaced by r dr d theta. So this is just a memory based question. We'll solve, take 20 seconds of time. So which option will be correct? Dx dy, this is not correct. Yeah, this option will be correct, r dr d theta. I hope none of the other options are appropriate. Okay. There are other kind of questions also, like here when I was changing the Cartesian to polar. In my regular video I have discussed about how to change Cartesian to in 3 dimension. Cartesian to rectangular coordinates is, sorry, I am saying, let me repeat it. I have talked about how to change rectangular system to a spherical polar coordinate system, or rectangular system to cylindrical coordinate system. So those kind of questions may also be asked, that what is their Jacobian and how the transformation happens. So I would suggest you to watch the detailed video as well. Now let's move to the next question, that change the order of integration. So here also this is a popular question and we should be able to solve it. So it is given that x is equal to 0 to x is equal to y plus 4. Let me draw the reason over here. Right. So x is equal to 0 to x is equal to y plus 4. So x is equal to 0 line is y axis, right? And x is equal to y plus 4. So how should I draw this line? If I take x is equal to y plus 4. So if I take x is equal to 0, y is equal to minus 4, means there will be a point somewhere here. And if I take y is equal to 0, x will be 4. So there will be a point over here, so there will be lines which will pass through like this. So this is the straight line and this is the x-axis. Now y is varying from so this point is -4 and this point is 4, and y is changing from -4 to 1. So actually y is equal to 1 will be a line like this. So what is the region that is being covered? This is origin. So the region that is being covered is A, B and C. We have to cover this region. Now we have to change it to, so in this case actually they have taken a horizontal strip. I hope you understand this, because they are taking the limit of x, so the strips are taken like this. Original strip is horizontal strip, and then they are moving it from -4 to 1. This is the point 1. So that is how it is covering the region. I can show you that this is how the region is being covered originally, but we have to change the order, so we have to take the vertical strip. So when we will take the vertical strip, the limit of y, so this is starting at which line? This is starting at the line x is equal to y plus 4. So basically in terms of y, if I write y in terms of x, y will be x minus 4. So it will be y is equal to x minus 4, and it will go up to the line that is y is equal to 1. So y is equal to 1, and then I have to move it from this point. Means this is how I have to cover. Look at the screen here. So we are moving horizontally, and we are moving and going up to this point. So we have to move it up to this point. So what is the coordinate of this point? If y is equal to 1 and the line is x is equal to y plus 4, so this x will be equal to 4 plus 1, that is 5. So we have to move from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to 5, and then dy dx. Yes or no? Here it is written dx dy. Ideally it should have been written dy dx, because we have taken the limit of y, but as I have told you earlier also, we should give the precedence or importance to the limit the way it has been written. So even though it is written dx dy, if I have to evaluate, I will integrate it first with respect to y, because the limit of y have been taken. So the correct option is this. Okay, fine. This is just a computation based problem. So 1 to e, 1 to e, 1 to e. Here e is the exponentially, and we have dx dy dz, and all are constants, so I have to integrate it in the order in which this is written. Means I have to integrate it with respect to x first. So if I integrate it with respect to x, 1 by yz is a constant. Integration of, and basically this can be solved in two ways. 1 by x, integration of 1 by x, 1 to e. First let me solve the way I have started, then I will give you the easier one also. So with respect to x, I will integrate. So 1 by yz is constant. Integration of 1 by x is log x, limit is 1 to e dy dz. So if I solve it further, if I put the limit log e minus log 1, so log e is 1 and log 1 is 0. So I will get 1 minus 0, so I will just get 1. So I will get 1 to e, and then 1 by yz dy dz. Again I have to integrate it with respect to y. So 1 to e, integration of 1 by y is log y, and limit is 1 to e dz. If I put e here, log e minus 1 will become 1. So I will just get 1 by z, whose integration is log z, limit is 1 to e. So again log e minus 1, that is 1 minus 0, that is 1. So the correct option is 1 here. But since these are the constant limit, I could have directly written that integration of 1 by x dx, 1 to e, integration of 1 by y dy, 1 to e, and integration of 1 by z dz, 1 to e. So this will give me log e minus 1, so 1 into 1 into 1, that is equal to 1. So both way it can be solved. Okay, fine. Now after this question, let us move to the next question. So this question I think is important one also, and possibly I guess I have solved it in my regular video as well, but let us do it quickly over here. So volume bounded by x square plus y square is equal to 4, y plus z is equal to 4, and z is equal to 0 is given by. So we have the region like this, right? let me call this axis as y axis, this axis as x axis, and this axis as z axis. So x square plus y square is equal to 4 basically is a cylinder, right? Let me draw the region, and this cylinder is like this. I will explain why I have drawn the cylinder like this, because it is being intersected by the plane y plus z is equal to 4. So means it will intersect y axis and z axis. So this is a plane. I hope you can understand that there is a plane here which is intersecting this, right, and kind of cutting the y-axis. So we have to this y-axis intercept is 4, the x-axis intercept is 4. So if I have to cover this region, what region? The cylinder is being sliced. It is like, if you consider the cylinder like a cucumber which is being sliced from the top, and when it is being sliced, the the knife has been kept at an inclined kind of position, so that this will be the kind of cross section. But if you take the projection of this cross section in xy plane, the projection will be the circle in xy plane, that is x square plus y square is equal to 4, right? So if I have to decide the limit, so how will I decide the limit? I have to take the limit of the options is given like dz dx dy. So let me write the limit dz dx dy. So the limit of z, so z will always start at xy plane, means z is equal to 0, and it will go up to this plane, that is z is equal to 4 minus y. So z is equal to 4 minus y, right? And we have to now cover the projection of this in the xy plane, means this circle we have to cover. So if we have to cover this circle, if I take a horizontal strip, because they have taken the limit of x first, so if I take a horizontal kind of a strip, the limit of x will be minus under root 4 minus y square to 4 minus y square, and then I have to move it from minus 2 to 2. So the B option will be correct over here, because this option certainly is not correct, because the limit of z is wrong. And here y is equal to 0 to y is equal to 2, means it will be just above the x-axis, so that option is also not correct. So the correct option is y is equal to minus 2 to 2, x minus under root 4 minus y square to under root 4 minus y square. I hope you have understood this thing, that when we are calculating the volume, how do I calculate the volume? We integrate something like volume element dx dy dz or dz dx dy. And since we are taking the limit of z, and the top surface is this plane, that is y plus z is equal to 4. So z will be written in terms of y, that will be z will be equal to 4 minus y, and the z will always start at the bottom of this xy plane, means z is equal to 0. And once we have decided the limit of z, we take the projection of the top surface in xy plane. So the top surface projection in xy plane will be a circle, that is x square plus y square is equal to 4, whose limit will be decided like this. So this is the correct option, B. Okay. Next, the value of this integral. So this is also kind of easy question, but let us quickly solve it. We just have to evaluate. So first, it is the limit of y, right? Because it is in terms of x, so I have to integrate it with respect to y. So e to the power y by x is y by x, and the coefficient of y is 1 by x, so I have to divide it by 1 by x, means multiply by x, and the limit is 0 to x square dx. Sorry. Now I have to put the limit, so it is 0 to 2 x and e to the power x square by x, so that is e to the power x, and minus e to the power 0 by x, so that is 1 and dx. So now we can separate it. We can write it 0 to 2 x e to the power x dx, and minus integration of x dx, that is x square by 2, limit is 0 to 2. Now x e to the power x dx, so first function x, integration of e to the power x dx, minus integration of e to the power x dx into differentiation d by dx of x, and that we have to put the limit 0 to 2, and minus, if I put 2 here, I will get 1 by 2 into 4 minus 0. So let me simplify here. X e to the power x, e to the power x, and this also here we have to write a dx. So this d by dx of x will be 1, and e to the power x will again give me e to the power x. Limit is 0 to 2 minus 2. So if I put the limit here, 2 e to the power 2 minus e to the power 2, upper limit, and if I put the lower limit, 0 into e to the power 0, that is 0, minus e to the power 0, that is 1, and this is this big bracket, and minus 2. So what I will get, 2e square minus e square is e square, and plus 1 and minus 2. So I will get e square minus 1. So do we have the option? Yeah, e square minus 1. This is the very easy question, memory based question. If you go to solve it by the multiple integral, it will be quite time consuming, but we have to find the volume, because if this is the sphere, that is x square plus y square plus z square is equal to a square. So here a is 2, so 2 square, and we have to find the volume. So because using triple integral, that is dx dy dz, we have to integrate it over the region V. But we know from the standard result that volume of a sphere is given by 4 by 3 pi r cube. So this will be like 4 by 3 into pi, and r is 2, so 2 cube. So 8 into 4, that is 32 pi by 3. So do we have that? We have this option. It is not like, in subjective exam, if they use this term that using multiple integral find the volume, then we can't write like this. But since it is MCQ, so we can use this condition. Now this is also a good question. We have to find the area, because I hope you remember, if they ask you this MCQ question that what does this represent, integration of dx dy over the region R, it represents the area of R, So we have to find. So first of all, what is this region here? X square plus y square is equal to 2y. So x square plus y square is equal to 2y. So first of all, let me rewrite it. It can be written as x square plus y square minus 2y is equal to 0, which I can rewrite as x square plus y square minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 1. I added 1 in the left side and 1 in the right side. Now this is x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square is equal to 1 square. So this is the standard form of a circle. How should it be drawn? So its center is at the point 0 comma 1 and its radius is 1. Means center is at this point and radius is 1 unit. So this circle will look like this. Let me draw this circle. Oh, very good. So I have drawn a very good circle. Now if I ask what is the area of this circle, so area of this circle, its radius is r is equal to 1. So if I have to find the area of a circle whose radius is 1, so area is given by pi r square. So pi into 1 square, so that is equal to pi. So the correct answer is pi here. We don't have to use the multiple integral. If someone wants to use multiple integral, can take a horizontal strip or vertical strip or move it like this, but no need, directly answer. Now this question, again we have to integrate a to b and a to b xy dx dy. So as I can see that both the limits are constant, I can write a to b x dx and we can write a to b y dy. So this will give me what? X square by 2. So x square by 2, if I put the limit, it will give me b square minus a square by 2. It will also give me b square minus a square by 2. So the correct option will be this. Very easy question. This is a question which has been asked and kinds of important. So let us quickly solve it. Now we are going to take some interesting questions also, difficult also. But before that, let us solve this one. So we have to integrate it with respect to z first. Limit of x is 0 to 1. Limit of y is 0 to x square. With respect to z, I will get yz. 2z will give me z square. Limit is 0 to y dy dx. So this will give me 0 to 1, 0 to x square. Put the limit, so in place of z we have to put y, so y square plus y square 2y square. If I put the lower limit it will become 0, so no need to put that, 2y square dy dx. Now we have to integrate it with respect to y. 0 to 1 integration will give me 2y cube by 3, limit is 0 to x square dx. 2 by 3 being a constant can be taken out, limit is 0 to 1, and it will be like y cube, so x square cube, so that is x to the power 6 dx. So I will get 2 by 3, integration will give me x to the power 7 by 7, limit is 0 to 1. So I will get 2 by 3 into 1 by 7. So I will get 2 by 21, which is the option number B. Okay. So till now we have already solved 24 question. This is question number 25. I am going to solve 30 question, means 6 more question considering this. So and these questions are going to be more interesting and kind of more engaging. So watch carefully. Now this question I think you will be able to solve. The polar form where this is x square plus y square is less than or equal to 4. So this is like x square plus y square less than or equal to 4 inside the circle, and x is greater than or equal to y is greater than or equal to 0. So if I draw the line y is equal to x, so as I have told you in the previous problem that we have to be in the first quadrant because both x and y are greater than or equal to 0, but x should be greater than or equal to y, means we have to take the bottom region, right? So in this case the integral will change to what? Under root x square plus y square, that is r, and then dx dy is replaced by r dr d theta, and the limit of r of course will change from 0 to 2, and limit of theta will change from 0 to pi by 4. So which option will be correct? R square dr d theta, r square dr d theta, 0 to 2, 0 to pi by 4. So the B option is correct. This is a good quality question. Should I solve it? I give this as a homework exercise, not homework exercise, because it will be engaging one, and I want to see that how many of you are able to solve this question. So this is question number 26, and answer this question in the comment section that what is your correct option, right? This question also is one interesting question, and this is question number this was question number 26 and this is question number 27. So answer this also in the comment section, question number 26 and 27. And I again repeat, these are not very easy and direct question, so you should be solving it carefully. Or should I solve it? Because you will say that sir has not discussed the difficult one. Anyway, this is not difficult one, it is easy only, but let me solve it. So x to the power 4 e to the power e x cube y dx dy, and the limit is of x. Okay, now integrating this with respect to x may not that easy. So even though it is not written here that you have to change the order of integration, but changing the order of integration will help. So it is given that x is equal to 1 by y to x is equal to x is going to infinity. We are already around 1 hour in the video, so maybe possibly next 15 minutes I will be able to wind up. So x is equal to 1 by y or xy is equal to 1. So there will be a curve like this, hyperbola kind of curve. Let me redraw it because it looks a bad kind of curve. So let me redraw. Y is equal to 1 by x or x is equal to 1 by y. So the curve will look like this. So it is the limit of x, means they have taken a horizontal strip, kind of a strip like this, which is going up to infinity. And then they are moving it from 0 to infinity, means if you look at this curve here, this curve is at infinity will become asymptotic, or it will actually become kind of tangent to the x-axis. So they are moving it in the vertical direction. to cover the region which is above the curve xy is equal to 1. So if I change it to the vertical strip, what will happen? How the limit will be changed? The limit will be changed. I write it. Now I will start at the curve y is equal to 1 by x, and then I will go up to infinity, and this will also be moved from x is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0 to infinity, x to the power 4 e to the power minus x cube y and dy dx. Think about it, that this is how the limit should be written. Now moving ahead, I have to integrate it with respect to y first. So I take 0 to infinity. X to the power 4 is a constant. Integration of e to the power minus x cube y will be e to the power minus x cube y divided by minus x cube, because the coefficient of y is minus x cube. Limit is 1 by x to infinity dx. So this x to the power 4 and minus x cube cancel. I will get x here. So I write it separately, 0 to infinity minus x e to the power minus x cube y, and the limit here is 1 by x to infinity dx. Continuing over here, 0 to infinity, I have to put the limit of y. So minus, and we have to put the limit of y, so I write minus x, and if I put e to the power minus x cube infinity, it will become 0, because y tends to infinity. It will e to the power minus x cube y will become 1 by e to the power x cube y. So 1 by e to the power something very large will make it 0, and minus, if I put the lower limit, e to the power minus x cube into 1 by x, so I will get minus x square dx. Next is I will get 0 to infinity minus minus plus x e to the power minus x square dx. Now I have to integrate this. So to integrate this, if I take minus x square as u, I require minus 2x dx. So I multiply it by minus 2, and here I multiply it by minus 1 by 2. Now e to the power minus x square, so this minus x square can be taken as u, and minus 2x dx we have du, so we have e to the power u du. So if I integrate it, I will get minus 1 by 2, and integration of e to the power u is e to the power u, that is e to the power minus x square. Limit is 0 to infinity. Now this is minus 1 by 2. If I put infinity here, e to the power minus infinity means 1 by e to the power infinity, like we have done earlier. I will get 0, and if I put 0 here, I will get e to the power minus 0, that is e to the power 0, 1. So I get 1 by 2. So the correct option is 1 by 2 here. Think about this question, very interesting one. Now next question is that this is equal to, so we have to integrate. So it is just simple integration, 0 to pi. First we are going to integrate it with respect to z, right? So 0 to pi and x to pi. Sin y by y is a constant, so I write sin y by y. Integration of dz is z, right? And if I put the limit of z 0 to 2, so I will get 2 into dy dx, 2 dy dx, because I am not writing it detail. So one thing that I need to understand, that if we look at this integral, 2 times 0 to pi and x to pi and sin y by y dy dx. So if I have to integrate this with respect to y, it is not possible. We have sin y by y. So at this stage again we have to change the order of integration. So how can we change the order of integration? I am continuing over here. This is the limit of y, so this is y is equal to x to y is equal to pi. So y is equal to x means what? We have to take y is equal to x, means that is the straight line. This is y is equal to x, and y is equal to pi means that a line parallel to x axis. So this is, suppose I call the line y is equal to pi. So they have taken a vertical strip kind of thing, because it is starting at y is equal to x and going up to y is equal to pi, and they are moving it from 0 to pi because x and y, so this is also pi. So we have to cover this region. So to cover this region, I can take a horizontal strip as well. So if I take the horizontal strip, what will happen? We have to take the limit of x first. So x is starting at 0, horizontal strip is starting at 0, and going up to the line x is equal to y. So I will write x is equal to 0 to x is equal to y, and then I have to move it from this point to this point, means y is equal to 0 to y is equal to pi, and then sine y by y and dx dy. I have changed the order. Now I will write 2 times 0 to pi sine y by y. We have to integrate it with respect to x now, so sine y by y is constant. Integration of dx is x, limit is x is equal to 0 to y, and then dy. So if I put it y minus 0, I will get just 2 times integration 0 to pi sine y by y minus 0, that will cancel, so I will just get sine y dy. So I will take 2 integration of sine y is minus cos y, limit is 0 to pi. So it is minus 2 cos pi, minus 2 I have taken out, upper limit cos pi, that is minus 1, lower limit minus cos 0, that is 1. So I will get minus 2 minus 2, so that is equal to 4. So the correct option here is equal to 4, right? So 3 more questions are there, so just have some patience, and I think in the next 7-8 minutes we will be able to cover. So area lying inside the cardioid, this is another interesting question, and outside the circle. So cardioid is a curve which looks like this. I'm not going into the detail that how it can be drawn and all, otherwise it will become too complicated. And r is equal to 2 is a circle. So first of all, let me draw the circle r is equal to 2, right? So the circle r is equal to 2 will look like this. I hope you understand, because r is equal to 2 is basically under root x square plus y square is equal to 2. So this is x square plus y square is equal to 2 square. So a circle of radius 2. And r is equal to 2 into 1 plus cos theta. So at theta is equal to 0, r, so this cardioid looks like this. It could have been drawn slightly better, but I hope you, let me draw it once again, because it does not look good. Something like this. I have to go up to this point. Okay, so we have to find the area, this area outside the circle and inside the cardioid, and the way I am setting it, kind of giving you the hint that what will be the limit of r and what will be the limit of it. I have deliberately shaded it like this. So without much delay, let me directly write the limit. So we have to find the area. So we are working in polar coordinates, so to find the area, first of all we have to write r dr d theta, and limit of r. So limit of r is starting outside the circle, means it is starting at r is equal to 2 and going up to the cardioid, that is r is equal to 2 into 1 plus cos theta. And limit of theta, so we are starting here, so at this point theta is equal to minus pi by 2, and we go at the top, so that point theta is equal to pi by 2. I hope you understand that theta is measured in anti-clockwise direction. So if I am moving from this point to that point, I am starting at theta is equal to minus pi by 2. So how to solve it? Limit of theta is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. I will get r square by 2, limit of r is 2 to 2 into 1 plus cos theta d theta. So let me continue to have a space. So if I put minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and it will be like 1 by 2 and r square, so 4 into 1 plus cos theta whole square, and minus 4 d theta. So I can write it minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. 4 can be taken common, so it will become 4 by 2, and if I expand it I will get 1 plus cos square theta plus 2 cos theta, and 4 has been taken common, so I will get minus 1 d theta. Let me change the color, whether green color will look good. Yeah, so this 1 and minus 1 is cancelled, 4 by 2 will become 2, so I will get 2 times minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Green looks better, and here we will have cos square theta plus 2 cos theta d theta. Now how to integrate this? I hope you are clear that this is an even function. In Fourier series we have talked a lot about even and odd functions, so it can be written as 2 into 2 0 to pi by 2 cos square theta plus 2 cos theta d theta. Now I don't know how many of you remember the property of definite integration, that if I let me write separately, it is 0 to pi by 2 cos square theta d theta plus integration 0 to pi by 2 2 cos theta d theta. So this will give me what? Cos square theta, if you put pi by 2 minus theta using the property of definite integration, I am not writing this point, I am highlighting here and leaving that how many of you are able to understand. So this will be basically pi by 2 will be equal to 2i, so this will be actually pi by 4, and if I integrate it I will get 2 sine theta, and limit of theta is 0 to pi by 2, so I will get 4 times pi by 4 and plus 2 sine pi by 2 is 1 and sine 0 is 0, so 2. So how much is that? That is pi plus 8. Do we have the option? Yeah, pi plus 8. See, I just want to show you that how I have calculated this. I have written 0 to pi by 2 cos square theta is equal to pi by 4. So how did I write that? This is called I, right? So there is a property of definite integration that if you integrate you can replace this cos square, in place of theta you can write pi by 2 minus theta, and this is like 0 to pi by 2, and this will become sine square theta d theta. I was calling this as I. So if I add this I and this I will get 2i is equal to 0 to pi by 2, and cos square theta and sine square theta will become 1, so I will get d theta. So that is theta 0 to pi by 2, so that will give me pi by 2. So that is actually 2i, so I is equal to pi by 4. This is what maths is all about, remembering so many details, but if you are engaging in this you will find it very interesting. Now there are two more problems that I am going to solve. The integral after changing the order of integration becomes, so here it is given, this is the limit of x is equal to 0 to x is equal to under root a square minus y square, means x square plus y square is equal to a square. So again a circular kind of region, not circular kind, basically circular. So x square plus y square is equal to a square. So what they have done, they have taken a horizontal strip which is starting at 0 and going up to a square minus y square, so something like this, and they are moving it from minus a to a. So this point is minus a, the limit of y, minus a to a. So basically they are covering this side, this part of the circle, right? So if I have to change the order of integration, let me use the red strip. So I have to take a strip like this, right? So what will be the limit? The limit of y now, if I have to write it in terms of y square will be like a square minus x square, so it will be minus under root a square minus x square to under root a square minus x square, and then I have to move it from this point, that is 0, to this point, that is a, so 0 to a, and f of x comma y dx dy, or dy dx, because I have taken the limit of y, right? So dy dx. So let me write dy dx. So do we have such option? Minus 2 plus dy dx. Yeah, this C1. So C is correct option. Okay. No, sorry. In C, because we have f of xy, na, I told you in the beginning, sometimes I tick the wrong option. I think A is the correct option, because 0 to A minus this to this, we have f of xy also, no? So this to this x dy dx. This is minus A to A, so not correct this. Okay, so A option. Now finally, let me solve this one. So it is an easy question. So 0 to 3, and we have to integrate it with respect to y first, because it is the limit in terms of x, means limit of y. So we will get 6 integration with respect to y, 6y minus xy minus y square by 2, limit is 0 to x dx. Now I will take 0 to 3 and I have to put the limit, so I will get 6. We have to put the limit of y, so in place of y we have to put x, so I will get 6x minus x square minus x square by 2, and if I put the lower limit 0 0 0, so everything will become 0, so I will get dx. Green is better. Let me use the green color. So if I integrate, I will get 6x square by 2 minus x square will give me x cube by 3, and minus 1 by 2 x square will give me x cube by 3, limit is 0 to 3. So I will get 3 here. 6 by 2 is 3, so 3 into 3 square, and it will be like 3 cube by 3, so this will be also 3 square, and minus 1 by 2 and 3 cube by 3, so it will be 3 square. So how much is that? 9 into 3 27, minus 9 minus 9 by 2, so 18 minus 9 by 2, so 18 minus 4.5, so that is 13.5. so the correct option here is A. Okay, so I hope the questions that I have solved were interesting and you have understood it. In case of any doubt or any confusion, let me know. I am also planning to do one live session where I can take your doubt personally. So let me know if you want that live session, right? And share this video with all your friends, and best of luck. That's all from my side. Thank you and have a great day.